Manchester United and Erik ten Hag, no different than a boy in love, always dreaming of the heart of a loved one. In the past, the Red Devil, how severely they've been rejected. Whenever the transfer market is open, is that eternal summer CA love is brought up again? And the character that the Old Trafford team secretly loved to remember. No one else, still the Dutch trench quarterback who break Hill River. It's different than 2 years ago. Man United did everything. I still can't get the player's signature. Playing for Barcelona. Now the position of both is very different. Athena probably still carries the concept. I can't give up the brakes. Whether this is clearly a potential deal. There are many risks with the Red Devil, and whether this love on the left can come to a happy ending or not. Manchester United have bought 2 new players, full of promise to add power to the attack. And the defense is Josto Ziggy and Lini Zoro. Now the leadership of the Red Fund are eager to own more in a location where the midline. To be ready for the war in the new season 2004, 2005 for a long time. The media has been buzzing with reports that Man United want to sign break midfielder, the basket of Barcelona. But after all these reports have died down, turns out it's the calm before the storm. And the Red Devil is silent. It surprised the whole industry. Surprise to come. Mundo is Votivo. Keep up to date on this transfer. Make believe that United has increased interest. There for the breaks. Time for the Dragon. The report confirms. A representative of the club he contacted Progana to inform them of their interest. For the Dutch players, the 27-year-old player, supposedly part of the Harem League's plan. Man United said there was a test approach plan for breaking. The Dragon called to see if he was ready. One estimated fee from 35 to 47 million euros was mentioned. It's not like when Erik ten Hag took office. When you watch Donald, it's the core of the philosophy of football. Take control of yourself. Want to apply at Man United? Now the Dutch coach. I wouldn't trade everything to get it. Dragons as in the past. Currently in the Red Devils squad, there's a name that has similar qualities. With the breaks in time, and that boy, it's taken the whole world by surprise. With the Euro 2004, unexpected success with the national team. From Premier League to Euro 2004, from Man United to the national team, Copamino, less than 20 years old, has silenced the most cobbled collectives. It's Man City's perfect midfield. In the MVP Cup final, and most recently, is the powerful middle line of the Dutch team. Menu are showing the qualities of a top midfielder at a very young age. Young face, maybe the mask that helps you best disguise and make the most subjective opponent. Surely this performance of yours, not just to please Gareth Southgate, but Erik ten Hag, who brought Michael to light. You also have to be happy because his home team lost the match. With Manu, you can forget about your appetite for dragon breaking. Manu passes the tough tests. With any young talent, Man United on his shoulders. Coping is the same way. Barca expect Paris or dragon technical breaking. And Man United, we can now take the initiative at the negotiating table. Because AI also understands they don't need to get the dragon breaks at all costs. That's not to mention the Barcelona midfielder are going through time. Best advice in my career. While Manu stepped onto the stage of the world at key Euro 2000 to private, Mendy would have to retreat into hiding because of an unwelcome injury. He was injured after a dispute with Peter. Real Madrid Park Gold. In the classic match of the round of BA to La Liga, April 22nd, and the VA touch of the two sides. So strong that it made the Dutch midfielder can't continue to compete. And then, they're taken out of the yard on a stretcher. Dragon technical break. Season 2000 to BA 2004. It was a truly unforgettable year. Players with BA injuries to the same ankle. He missed a total of 21 games. Donald's value has now been halved. Compared to 2 years ago, when Manchester is ready to put on the table 85 million euros, but still unconvincing. The Dutch player. It can be confirmed in this situation. Donald is the one who needs a test hat. It's not the opposite. Under coach Hansen Black Frankieter, Dragons may not be guaranteed a prime stone yield. Where Barca's starting lineup? As confirmed by Diro Sport, new coach Hasenflick ready to sell his Dragon life. In the case of Rogana, find success defending possession level by line. Black himself wants to choose Ika Con Organ. Nuclear for the middle line. By the sea that German citizenship. Outside the bar. Because they're part of a group of paid players on the team. Catalan representatives consider breaking up Isaac's former barge. 20 million euro salary to be paid for the hairdresser. It's a burden on the collective. Financially difficult as Barca. This is also the reason why players born 1997 cannot renew with the governing club. Huge debt. And a tight salary ceiling force BA to find every way to manage. They even ignore the club's image. That business services rental location. Wedding party. Right on the Camp Nou Stadium itself. salary fund, and financial issues of Progana. Currently, has restricted Barca's transfer activities. A lot. Dragon is the most valuable player to be able to the highest transfer and salary at Barca. If you include the debt in the transaction, Barca is paying almost £600,000 for the Dragon. It's a crazy salary. Consider these two factors. Easy to understand. When Progana determined to sell their Dragon, many sources confirm Barca have offered to sell Dragon to Man United. You've also spent £60 million for the service of La Liga's elite midfielder. Is Casino. But what they get back is a season of grace. And now the Brazilian midfielder. It's showing an amazing decline. In terms of performance, do you have a deal with a player? You've got an alarming history of trauma. Is it a gamble with Man United? Maybe Ten Hag has his own reasons to decide to pursue the naked. If Ten Hag wants to reproduce the models, the style and approach that he has cultivated to achieve must appreciate it Isaac with Man United, then you've got to make a very big revolution at the Theater of Dreams. During the tenure of Ten Hag at Einstein Ram, Dutch team with Chile controlling the ball and doing a high-altitude siege is already home, the opposite enemy, to become a team that is often dominated by rivals. Last season they were often passive, unable to win or use the ball effectively enough, and finish at the lowest point in history. In the big matches, it's no longer about the size of a big team. Frankie de Jong of Barcelona. It's the most likely option. You are the soul and the backbone of both the home team and the Dutch national team. Der Brand's favorite position is to play deep backwards, to carry out throwaway situations, and pass the ball across the lines to your teammates on the field. Darren had a pass rate of 9% in La Liga last season. That's right with Toni Kroos. With the lint in the formation, maybe Ten Hag wants to make Mino a midfielder, parked appealed by wide mobility and drill damage of players' three masters. Perhaps the appearance of the Dragon will make a huge push in the central midfield, as well as reinvigorating the career of his compatriots. At Old Trafford, there will be a very different United man in the presence of the Dragon. Sh will build play around you. Short lines and small orders will be given priority. Instead of attacking beer like before, Der Dragon will be the central figure with this new philosophy, and Ten Hag working at Isaacs. The Barca midfielder used to play very well as an anchor. Anyway, the season is about to start. Man United is in no hurry, and let's see a summer love between the team owner, Old Trafford, and the Dragon break. Where are you going, gentlemen?